they need to copy down. Example 2, we're skipping. Example 3 says Heather is studying for her 5th history test. She scored a 78, 83, 90, and 85 on her first 4 tests. What does she need to score on her last test in order to have an average of exactly an 80? Valuable information. A lot of people ask me, how do you figure out what I need on the next test to have a so-and-so grade? This stuff you can actually use this year. Okay? On your first 4 tests, you made a 78, an 83, a 90, and an 85. You want to have an A for an average. So we want to know what to make on the 5th test. Let me show you how to set this up. What's your unknown here? What do you not know? Your 5th grade. What do you let your 5th grade equal? X. Well, if you're really confident, I guess you can let it equal 100, right? But let your 5th grade equal X. So I'm going to go back over here and say let X equal the 5th grade. Not 5th grade is in after 4th grade, but 5th grade is in 5th test grade. After the 4th test grade. There you go. This is true. So therefore, somebody explain to me, how do you average tests? You add them up and you divide by, in this case, how many test grades are there? There's 5. So you're going to add them up and you're going to divide by 5. Can we add all 5 of the test grades up? No. Can we add some of them up? Sure. We can add 4 of them up, right? So let me write down the 4 before I forget. 78, 83, 90, 78, 83, 90, 85, and my 5th one is X. There's your 5 test scores. I can add up these 4. What do you get? I'm not either. 8 and 3 is 11, and 5 is 16. Carry the 1. 16, 9 is 25, and 8 is 33. Anybody else get that? So the 5, listen to what I'm saying. Those are the 4. So the 5 scores added together would be what? 336 plus X. Not X, plus X. Because we're adding them up. But explain to me the rest of this process. You add the 5 test scores together, and then you do what with it? You divide the whole number by 5 tests, right? You're taking 5 different tests. So this is what we get when we add them all up. Add them up, divide by 5, and we want this score to equal. That's how you average your test scores. Everybody okay with that? You add them all up, divide by 5. You want your test scores to equal what? Let's go back to the problem. She wants to have an 80, exactly an 80. She wants a B. She doesn't want a 79, she doesn't want an 81, she wants an 80. So when we add them up, we want it to equal 80. Then you just solve it. This is a problem like you've not seen solved today, because you've got more than one thing being divided over here. These are really easy. These are probably some of the easiest ones that you work. Do you notice that this entire side is being divided by 5? So step 1, get rid of that. When a whole side is being divided by 5, how can I move that 5 over? Multiply by 5. So what are you left with on the left side? 336 plus X equals 80 times 5, just plain old 400, not 450. 400. Last step, what do? Subtract 336. Anybody tell me what that is? You guessing on me? 10, make that a 9, make that a 3. There you go. 64. What does that tell you? Interpret that for me. She needs to make a what? 64 in order to get an 80 in the class. Makes sense. What about this? Let's rework this problem. I want to add a little bit extra to it. Could she make an A in the class? How would that change this problem? Set this problem up for me in order to find out, can she make an A? Can she make a 90? Okay. There you go, Tommy. Good job. 336 plus X equals 90. Don't forget the over 5. The average. This is how you average. The average is equal to 90. Makes sense. So what do you do first? Move the 5. 336 plus x equals 450. Move the 336 over, do minus 336. X equals 114. Explain to me, interpret that answer. She's going to have to get 100 and some bonus points if she wants an A. More than likely, she's not going to get an A in this class. Okay, she's going to have 114 on her 5th test in order to score an A in this class. She might as well hang it up. She might as well shoot for the B because she ain't going to get an A. Any questions?